Hey my loves. So the lighting is off and my hand's all bandaged up. It looks worse than it is. I just have my ice pack on it and I can't move around with holding my ice pack, so anyways. I wrapped it up. I'm going to do a quick little tutorial for you because I've been in a funk ever since getting back from the doctors and what have you. And I was going to sit down and do my makeup, and I've really been loving this new Pixi palette, and since my hands are not really available for swatching, I thought I'd just do a tutorial, like a full-on tutorial with it, and show you what I come up with along the way. This is a look that I actually wore. I've created a couple looks with this palette and I've been super impressed with it. So this is one sort of I wore like as an everyday type of makeup, so I thought I would start with that one. I'm going to start with my Rubenesque, Tailor Grey paint pot and prime my eyelids with that. As you can tell, I already have lipstick on because I filmed this intro without lipstick, and believe it or not, my energy was even lower than this. So I went and put on some lipstick, and I'm gonna try and have that lift my spirits a little. It's acting temperamental, my lipstick on me, so we're not quite at the point where it's helping pep me up, but we're gonna get ourselves there. It's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm just, as always, using my finger to blend my paint pot in. Okay, so this is the little palette itself. If I had one gripe about it, I would say the packaging sometimes is difficult to open. So it's not my favorite in that regards, but once you get the hang of it. So those are the beautiful colors. I'm gonna go in with this guy. It's like a brownie gray color. I like it because there's so many varieties of neutrals in it, but there are also a few colors for pops of color. So on my 217, I'm just gonna blend it all out. But yeah, what I was saying with the palette is it's got great, a great array of like exciting neutrals, and then some really nice pops of color. So you can really create a bunch of different looks with it. And the lasting power and pigmentation on these guys is amazing. Like I will go sort of 10, 11 hours without seeing creasing. I do always prime, so to speak, my eyelids with a paint pot, so that does help the wear power, but since it's not an extra step for me, I'm not saying that like they need to be primed to last that. I think the priming does help them stick, but I'm not, I think without, they're such pigmented colors, they'd still last you a long time. So once, I don't know how this lighting is gonna work. Once both eyes are even, and as you can tell, none of the shades are exactly matte. Like they've got a bit of a shimmer to them, so I hope that's picking up on camera. But it's not like a glitter, like it's almost like a metallic foiled look to them. So I'm gonna take this color up here on a 239. It's quite similar to MAC's, no, not MAC's Cranberry. It's similar to my Illusion d'Ombre from Chanel in Ébloui, but I love how pigmented this is. Like it rivals the Chanel pigmentation and staying power. It's actually, I find, more pigmented. The Illusion d'Ombre are pretty shades, and they have pretty kind of glitter in them that's sort of unique to them, but in terms of opacity, for the price point, I don't quite think they're there. So I love that this gives me that same kind of color, but with a more opaque look to it. So I'm just putting it on the outer third of the eye. And I'm starting to realize that with this lip and this like gray, almost smoky eye, I'm almost recreating like a MAC Maleficent look without meaning to. Might not even be Maleficent, but this kind of like sort of ombre lip and like a gray smoky eye reminds me of like MAC villains. I don't know why. Even though, believe it or not, I haven't picked up anything from the collection, so. I don't know, nothing quite stood out at me. Nothing seemed unique enough. And then my other issue was the packaging was a little bit cheap. I wasn't a huge fan, so yeah. And then what I actually really like to do is I'll take this light color right here on a crease brush. This is number 19 brush from Sephora. I feel like when I put like a nice lighter color in my crease, especially when I've sort of come up with an accidental smoky eye, as my friend Jasmine says. Link her channel down below. But I find that when I sort of put a lighter color in the crease, it just brightens it up a little bit and gives it a little bit more of like a daytime airy feel to it. And then like I was telling you about that pop of color, this purple over here, or purpley blue, is gorgeous. So I'm going to take it on a 231 from MAC in my inner corner just to give it a bit of a highlight and bring a little bit of color into the look. Just because it's a nice neutrally look as it is, but let's add a pop of color. Okay, and then I don't want it to be too smoky, so I'm just going to take whatever's left and then just run it under my eye. So we did prime with that paint pot, so that should help it hold underneath, but just something to give a little bit of a shadow underneath the eye. Okay, so then this palette, so the top end is this, and then you open up the bottom, there's a drawer that comes with 2 of those little sort of applicators no one really uses. And then these 2 are supposed to be eyeshadow bases, but they're powders, which would seem weird to me to use a powder as a base. So I have been using them as like a highlight and a blush, which is the way I'm going to use them today, to just show you. And so what makes this palette sort of really pretty and versatile. Not versatile, like easy for travel, right? You can take it on the go and you've got basically, you take this, your foundation, and you're good to go. And a mascara maybe. So I'm just using the glittery as a sort of a little bit of a highlight, and then I'll use the one as a natural blush. And what was I going to say? This was starting, when I started with this look, I was going to call it like a wearable, everyday, quick, easy makeup tutorial. It's turned into like an Ursula meets Maleficent meets just Disney villains at their best. And I like it. I like it. As you can tell, I'm not back up to my peppy self, but hopefully this makeup will inspire me to feel stronger than I am. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have to tell you about this palette. It is $24-ish. I think that's what I paid for it. I got mine from Target. I know it's available from the Pixi website as well. I'll leave that link down below if you guys want to check it out. And yeah, let's do 3 points of positivity, shall we? So the first has definitely got to be my sweet friend Charlie, who I met here. This week there's been a video that's been circulated around about the fact that sort of technology alienates us and doesn't help us make true friends. And that like you can have like 1,000 friends on Facebook, but who would you actually talk to if you met in the street, and all this kind of stuff. And I don't disagree completely, but what I've realized and what I didn't think would have been possible was how many genuine, true people I can call my friends I've met through this platform. People that sort of notice when I'm quiet and reach out. People that show genuine concern when they find me. I just find that I'm down. I've been completely humbled and grateful. And so there's been a bunch of you that have reached out and I'm very thankful for. I mentioned Charlie because she left me a very sweet note that while I was already crying, made me cry even more, but happy tears this time. So yeah, that is definitely my first point of positivity. My second point of positivity is a couple swaps that I sent out this week. So I'm doing a swap with my friend Crystal and my friend Jasmine. I will definitely link their channels down below. But I agree with both of them. The three of us, they're 2 different swaps, but as I talk to either of them, we all sort of reminisce that, you know, things haven't necessarily been the easiest for us for whatever reason, but every time we were feeling down, it was nice to have someone to shop for, and it was sort of special, and we're both excited to receive our special boxes, but also to have the other person sort of experience the kind of joy that they get with the box that they're having. And my third point of positivity is a Spider-Man movie night I had last week. I haven't had like a true genuine movie night in a while, so my friend rented Spider-Man and the first one, and we bought a bunch of junk food and we just sat and watched it in anticipation of the second one that we want to hope to go see next week. And no, I will not run next week and I will not fall down again, and I'm hoping that my camera will be fixed, but it might not. My vlogging camera, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link the vlog down below. That's the explanation for this, and
what I just rambled about. Anyways, I was planning to film a bunch more videos today, but my energy level isn't where I'm at, where it should be at. So if you are missing videos this week, it might be because I didn't quite have the energy to film them. But yeah, I want to send you guys tons of love. Thank you for sticking through it with me. Thank you for showing me so much love and support. And I will just leave you, as always, by reminding you that this life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.